Today is October 24th, 2016, and for our podcast today we have a special guest, Satan. Satan, how are you doing this morning?
What do you think, Andrew? Of course I'm doing well.
You've been real busy with Halloween coming up, and last month you rolled out the creepy clowns.
It's
What's
my
up?
favorite season. Yeah, well, the creepy clowns, I like to call them Satan's little helpers. They've been dragging kids off into the woods, generally scaring the populace, having a good time.
Nice work. You're not going to get bought out, are you?
No, no hostile takeovers in hell. We've got a law against it.
I see. Now, I did wanted to ask you, the first thing on our plate this morning is the Time Warner AT&T merger. How do you fall down on that?
Well, how do you think? I love it. First of all, I was a big buyer of Time Warner last week, so that'll work out nicely. Even Satan needs a couple shekels to bang around in his pocket. But as far as, can you imagine, Andrew, Game of Thrones? We're going to be putting out some content that'll just make people violently ill. We're going to have unicorns having sex with dragons, having sex with elves. I mean, the great thing about Game of Thrones is people can't believe the kind of stuff we can get away with on there. And this is like Satan's playground.
No, so basically you're saying you're for this deal. It seems like the candidates, Donald Trump's against it. We haven't heard what Hillary's for against this deal.
This is one of those situations. First of all, I've already made a deal with Donald, and Bill and Hillary sold their souls to me 16 years ago. Come on now. So I don't even know if there's anything left in either of their two souls. And Donald, well, he wanted to be famous. He is famous. He wanted to be rich and married to beautiful women. He's got all of that. So, I've got my deal with Donald, but I haven't had to come calling on him yet.
But, Bill Clinton, his deal's almost finished with him.
Well, yeah, it's getting close. First of all, I have to worry a little bit about when I finally take him. That horn dog's going to be all over all the demon dogs and all of my bitches in hell. So, he's almost looking forward to it. He's not afraid of it.
And what kind of deal did Hillary get? I mean, is it just the president that she wants?
And I'm still not sure that I'm going to give her the presidency. Her deal wasn't that. She said she wanted to be the Democratic nominee and to have double-digit lead going into October. I told her, you got it, babe. Just sign right here on the dotted line. She did that. Now, I haven't said I'm going to give her the presidency yet. All these deplorables, some of which, of course, are my friends, but a bunch of them aren't. So we'll see if they come out in big numbers. Hillary might not get what she thought she was going to get.
Satan, you're always making people think. You're always keeping them on the edge of their toes.
I like to think of myself as the ultimate contract lawyer, Andrew. You got to read the fine print.
Wow, you almost sound like Donald Trump here.
Except that he won't be able to break my contracts.
Yes, we know this. Well, Satan, I know you're busy. We got Halloween coming up. Do you have anything special planned? I know you were working with WikiLeaks and Julian Assange. Do you have something planned for Halloween?
We've got a bunch of Hillary stuff that's going to be coming out, but, the media doesn't even care about this stuff anymore, so quite frankly, I'm kind of bored with it. I'm really looking forward, though, to Devil's Night, the day after Halloween. That's where Satan really has his fun. Halloween, it's a bunch of people dressing up like, characters in my hell play, but the Devil's Night, like when they set Detroit on fire.
You mean the night before?
Oh, the night before, yeah. Well, you lose track of time when you're eternally in flames. And that's, one of the benefits, of course, of being in hell. It's just a hard sell. It's kind of like some of the properties that you see that are in a hurricane zone or something like that. But people get used to it, and people get used to hell, Andrew.
Now, the Day of the Dead is the day after Halloween.
You're absolutely right.
You take off that day, right?
I take off that
Normally.
day. In fact, it's an official holiday in hell. So We only give them half the brimstone and half of the tormentation that normally we give. But everybody pretty much appreciates it. At least they tell me they do. And I, of course, I'm having a good time 24/7. I'm either hanging out with my friend Bill Zarian or, Tony Robbins, any of the usual suspects that you might figure Satan would hang with.
Well, thank you for your candor, Satan. We know you're busy and we're going to let you go, but at least you've weighed in on this Time Warner deal.
Well, thank you, Andrew. And everybody, make sure you subscribe to the podcast.